The last round of the 2025 World Superbike Championship at Hyraxes is done and dusted, and the Spanish WorldSBK did bring us a title fight that went down to the very last wire in race 2 due to the huge drama in the Superbike race. But then again, here are my 5 verdicts on the Spanish WorldSBK. So coming to 2026, I don't think any of us can see Nico Bulega the same as before. I mean, the huge drama in the Superbike race that I was talking about in the intro earlier, the catalyst of that incident was indeed Nico Bulega. Bulega, I mean, it was a very unnecessary incident. Thank God Toprak did in the end secure his 3rd world title. Had he not, I think it's going to be something that will be talked about until the end of time. There was such a huge drama, and that was so avoidable. Had Nico just be patient a bit, it did seem like he was doing it on purpose. It was the long right-hander, the turn 4 at Hyraxes, and he barged into Toprak, hitting him, putting Toprak on the gravel. Throughout the whole weekend, we already saw that Nico was actually very strong in that particular corner. That Panigale V4R, that was just such a strong bike in that kind of corner, but the BMW M1000, not necessarily. So Toprak, knowing that he had the disadvantage of the bike, as the lights went out, Toprak jumped Nico and he led the race until that very turn 4. It was a very, again, unnecessary. That was so avoidable. Had he just be patient a bit, he could overtake Toprak at the dry side corner. I mean, the Pedrosa corner. It's been renamed. It used to be called the dry side corner. Now it's the Pedrosa corner. Or maybe during the series of right-hander. And Bulega, this is just kind of shows his true mentality, and that's exactly why I said that we can't really see Bulega the same as before. This is his true color. I don't know if it's his true color or Ducati's true color, but I think it's quite impossible for this to be concluded that it was Ducati who instructed him to kind of just make Toprak crash. I think it's impossible. Although it could be Ducati's order, knowing that they've secured the team's championship and they're going to secure the manufacturer's championship, they maybe want to seal the deal with the riders' championship as well. But I don't think Ducati is that dirty. We know that Ducati is complaining a lot during this year. I mean, I'm a Ducati fan, so I do know how Ducati is sometimes playing tricks here and there, but to order your rider to make your title rival crash, I don't think Ducati will do that. I think this is more to Bulega's true color, and yeah, we do know that he's going to win the World Championship easily, quite comfortably by next year if that new Ducati is a very quick bike and picks up exactly where the previous generation of bike left off. So yeah, I think Bulega, he has tainted his own reputation. It's a really costly incident for Nicolo. When Alvaro could not win a single race during his 2-year stint with Honda, it is understandable. We really do understand why he couldn't do just that. I mean, 2 years with the Honda, he only managed like what, 2 or 3 podiums. He did lead the race at Catalunya. I think it was in 2021 in the either Superbike race or race 2 at Catalunya, and he crashed heavily. I think it was the 3rd corner, the long right-hander in Catalunya, and it was a massive high side. He was propelled off the bike. So yeah, it is understandable that CBR, that particular generation of Fireblade, wasn't capable of winning races in the Superbike World Championship. In BSB, it might win some races. I don't know. I'm not really keeping up with the BSB. But this year, it was nothing short of devastation. Nothing short of just pure dejection, frustration for Alvaro. Not a single win until the very last race. He did lead race 2. I mean, he was starting in P2 in race 2, and he jumped Nicolo as the lights went out, but he couldn't really keep up. Once Nicolo overtook him in the Pedrosa corner, that was it. Bulega just sailed off at the front, and then Alvaro just he maintained that P2. It wasn't like Toprak caught him up, but at the very least Alvaro closed it on a high. 3 podiums in a row in this particular, in all 3 races in this Spanish round, he stood on the podium. Coming to Barney next season, especially if that new generation of Panigale suits his riding style. But also we have to keep in mind that this weight ratio system regulation is still hindering Alvaro from working out his magic. So yeah, I think that the hope is kind of slim for him to still be able to challenge for titles in the next season. But yeah, we'll have to see. After the Super Bowl race drama, I was gutted. I was absolutely agitated. Despite being a Ducati fan, that act from Bulega, it is condemnable. I really condemn what Bulega did, and had he won the title yesterday, I wouldn't accept it in the slightest. I will not accept a title that is gained like that. So yeah, thank God that Toprak, he kissed World Superbike and BMW goodbye as the king once again. For the third time in his WorldSBK career, this is potentially his last title in WorldSBK. He may not return to this class anymore if he really going to excel and really going to shine and to flourish in MotoGP next year and in the years to come. There is no reason for him to come back to WorldSBK. So this might be his final title. By just a margin of 13 points, he sealed this third title. And believe me, during the entirety of race 2, I skipped a lot of bit. I mean, Bulega did lead the race, and I should be happy as a Ducati fan, but again, like I said, I will not accept a title that is gained like that. And when Toprak was in P3, he was just like setting into his rhythm and just flowing with the rhythm. I was like, oh my god, please don't crash, please don't crash. It was like once he did this set of stoppie, I was like, no, please Toprak, just please bring it home. And I'm saying this as a Ducati fan. I don't know, that's just weird, I guess. But yeah, I was rooting for Toprak. And by the way, this 13 points margin that he had by the finish line, this is the exact same gap as he had in the 2021. By the end of the 2021 title fight with Johnny Ray, he also had a margin of 13 points. So yeah, such a way to say farewell to a championship, a platform that gives you fame, that gives you money, of course, and in the end, reputation as a very fierce, true, clean rider. And yeah, Toprak Razgatlioglu will forever be one of the legends of WorldSBK. So having started very strong this season with a double podium at Phillip Island, it was almost unbelievable to say that Iannone's next podium after that double podiums at Phillip Island was the Super Bowl race in Hyraxes. That is just unbelievable. He spent the next 10 rounds without any podium. Not in Cremona, not in Misano, not even the venue where he won last year, Aragon. That is just such a roller coaster of a campaign. He closed the season strongly, but despite that, his future on the grid is still in a limbo. He did announce that he and Go 11 are going their separate ways, but it is still not confirmed yet in which team that he's going to lend his service on for next year. Starting third on the grid for race 1, Alex could not maintain nor reclaim the spot, but he ended all 3 races inside the top 6, with the highest being P5 in Super Bowl race. Bimota are surely one to watch for next season. That is, if they're heading towards the correct direction in the bike development. But in hindsight, this is a very strong comeback season for Bimota. Not in the slightest that I thought they were going to end up inside the top 10. I mean, both bikes, both him and Axel Bassani, inside the top 10. I mean, surely the chassis is a bit of a Kawasaki thing, but it is still badged as a Bimota bike, the KB998 Rimini. So with the correct direction for the bike development, they're surely going to fight for podiums more regularly for next season. But we can't really say for sure, knowing that it is Alex Loos who's going to ride the bike, and he's very, again, inconsistent in terms of staying on the bike. Every time he's been riding fast bike like the Kawasaki, and he just couldn't stay on the bike. But a mediocre bike like the R1 he used to ride, he could really be very consistent at times. And also, not to mention Axel Bassani. I mean, 2 seasons in a row now that he is just being a mediocre rider. So I hope it is going to be a lot of improvement for Axel Bassani coming to 2026, knowing that Bimota, I believe, is going to be one of the strong bikes. So yeah, I think that's it that I can talk about for this Spanish round, the last one. It has surely been a very beautiful championship Toprak, how he fights back, how he never gives up, him and the whole team and the whole BMW, despite the ups and downs, the controversy, the anything, the complaints from Ducati side of garage and everything in between. To see them again on top of the world, well, not really the BMW because they're second in the manufacturers championship, but to see Toprak once again excels at BMW, it is just such a satisfying season. And again, I'm saying this as a Ducati fan. With the 2025 Superbike World Championship reached its conclusion, I will be making my own rider rankings video in the near future. Please do look forward to that, and make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for more, and until we meet again.